Hi, welcome to the Student Development Program, SDP Module 3, Values Development. So for our discussion today, our intended learning outcomes are, at the end of this session, the student shall be able to synthesize Filipino values, industry-desired values, and global citizen values. And of course, for you to demonstrate these characteristics in simulated situations and learning activities. Okay, so this values development module in the student development program is very important because we believe in the career center in our workplace. We are not only focusing about your technical skills, but values really matters. So for today, our first topic here is about Filipino values. Of course, we have known a lot of Filipino values that we have, but we just want to remind you some of those. So the first one is about honesty. But actually, honesty and integrity is somehow intertwined or related to one another. So honesty is when you speak the truth and act truthfully. So meaning it is not just about saying what is right or saying what is true. It is also talking about walk your talk, practice what you preach, so that people would still believe you. For example, if you promise or you commit that you are going to arrive at work at 8 a.m., you should be sure that you're gonna be there at 8 a.m. so that the next time they would believe you that you will come at the right time that you have committed. Okay? And of course, in integrity, it is the quality of being honest and having strong moral principles and moral uprightness. So, saan ba natin nakikita itong integrity na to? So, hopefully, during our examinations, nakikita natin ang integrity. So, meaning, even no one is watching you, you will still do the right thing because you have this kind of integrity. Okay? Next would be service to others and importance of family. Service to others, we Filipinos are very known with a helping hand, right? That Filipinos are very willing to help even in outside even outside our country. So our Filipinos are very helpful having this helpful act, being unselfish or doing something for others without expecting in return. And the importance of family. Filipinos highly value this topic, or our Filipinos really give high value of their family because somehow, of course, this is our core, right? So our family became our inspiration, they are our motivation, and of course we are also known with this um, culture that sometimes even our extended family, we still want them to be with us, right? So not only the immediate family because that's how much we love them. Diba, minsan kahit sa bahay natin, nandun ang mga tito natin, tita, lolo, lola, because that's how much we love them and how much we want to see them and to be with them every day. So kapag sinabi nga nila kapag pamilya na, iba na yung usapan, diba? So ang Pilipino, sobrang mapagmahal sa kanilang mga pamilya. What else? What are other Filipino values that we should still remember? Another is frugality and resilience. So frugality meaning you are trying to live within your means. So you don't have much expenses na hindi naman talaga natin kaya, or nagiging leisure na lang natin, especially nowadays. We will really be able to value yung kinikita natin o yung meron tayo sa bawat araw. So we should be really grateful for that, right? And resilience naman, that Filipinos are very known for being resilient. Kasi kahit nga, di ba, minsan sa balita, nakikita nyo may sunog na, but then, you will see them in the news when the reporter is reporting, or the newscaster is reporting, nakangiti pa rin sila, kumakaway sila sa camera. Ibig sabihin, even if there are many trials happening in our lives, Filipinos can get over it or can still find reason how to be happy. That's how Filipinos are. All right. Okay. So moving to the industry desired values, we have positive work attitude, good communication skills, proficiency in computers and software, initiative, and openness to keep on learning to reinvent yourself. So let's try to go through this. So we want to discuss this with you, even if you are in your freshman years right now. So Miss Marley, how can we really use all those? Mga ilang years pa po bago po kami gumraduate. But we want to discuss this with you so that you will be ready and you will know how to focus on those things as you have your journey in TIP and as you prepare for your future career. So positive work attitude. It is very important in the workplace. Like what I've said, it's not only about technical skills, but your values, your manners is really important when you are doing your job. Another is good communication skills. So we really want you guys to also focus on your communication skills. Try to expose yourselves in different languages, or most especially the English language. You try to practice it with your peers, or you try to expose yourself and to watching English movies or listening English radio stations, so that as time goes by, you will find yourself um, knowing how to speak the language as well. Okay, proficiency in computers and software. So as per many studies that we have seen, digital literacy is now the new trend, or we are going now into the 21st century, right? So everything is going virtual, even what is going on right now. So we really have to cope up with those advances, technologies, and trends. Another is initiative. So, for example, in your work, you just have to have this kind of initiative that you will not only wait for what they're going to ask you to do. You also have to take the initiative to do something. Like, for example, nakita mo na marumi na yung stock room nyo, or even if it's not your job really, but at least you have the initiative to tell it to the concerned personnel, right? So that is somehow kind of initiative. So you will not just wait for the task that will be given to you, but you will take the first step, or you will take the initiative to make it done. And then number 5 is openness to keep on learning to reinvent yourself. So always have this attitude, always have this kind of values that you are always willing to learn and listen, especially when you are with your superiors or even in your peers. I believe in our everyday life, we have many things to learn. And especially as you have this study online or studying at home, I believe you can learn a lot from different people, from different speakers, and even sometimes to your classmates, right? So don't be afraid to challenge yourself. Don't be afraid to commit mistakes. From those mistakes, you will definitely learn. All right. So those are the industry desired values. And to talk about global citizen values, I have here the SDP officer of Manila, Miss Crystal. Hi, Miss Crystal.
Hello, Miss Marley. Hello, everyone. Now we are going to talk about global citizen values. Always remember you are not just a student here in TIP. You are not just one of the constituents in your barangay. You are not just one of the citizen here in the Philippines, but you are a citizen of the whole world. So how are you going to show global citizen values? So let's discuss some important things. First is the cultural diversity. Second is the care for the environment. And of course, the desire to contribute to the general welfare of the society. Let's run through it. Cultural diversity. So it is about different individuals valuing each other regardless of skin, intellect, talents, or years. So it means it is about respecting other people despite different culture, different background, different nationalities, and of course, different educational attainment and different status in life. Okay, what makes us work together is respect. Just like, for example, in the career center, uh, we are we are composed of 12 staff and under the career center. What makes us work harmoniously, what makes us being friends with each other is that we respect each other's differences. Okay? So I hope you guys are also respectful towards other people, regardless of age, regardless of life status, okay? Regardless of religion, and regardless of skin color. Next is the care for environment. So how do we care for our environment? As a student, as a simple citizen of the Philippines, what are the things that we do in a very simple way? Of course, number one, conserve electricity, conserving water, and what is the most popular thing that we do in TIP to make our surroundings clean? Of course, 5S. And I hope that you will continually do that, not just here in school, but and everywhere you go, in the restaurants. Okay, so let's be an example of cleanliness around us. And there's a lot more examples. Third is the desire to contribute to the general welfare of the society. Well, there are two things that I want to share. For you to contribute to the general welfare of the society, number one, you have to be mindful, and number two, you have to be generous. Number one, um, being mindful of the rules and regulations, okay? Being mindful of your manners towards other people. So, just like, for example, in this challenging time of COVID-19 pandemic, so what can you do? What can we do to help the community be safe and um, be healthy? Of course, we need to stay at home, wear our mask, and follow the social distancing protocols. Okay? And being generous. So we can do that by joining an outreach program. We can also do that by donating things that can be useful. All right? So those are just some of the examples. There are many more. Okay? So I hope that you have this kind of heart, this kind of consciousness whenever you will go. So now we are going to discuss about common behavioral issues. So why are we going to discuss this? Number one is to avoid this kind of behaviors. Number two, for you to protect yourself. Okay? So what are the common behavioral issues? It may happen in school, it may happen in your workplace in the future. It can also happen in the family. So how are you going to protect yourself? Of course, you have to be aware. The first one is acts of indecency. Okay? So it is an offense to do any sexual act towards another person without touching them. It is also an offense to instruct or encourage another person to do so. So there are a lot of subtle ways to do these acts of indecency. So you really have to be sensitive. You really have to be very careful, okay? Because this kind of behavior does not necessarily have to be obvious. Sometimes some people will tell you green jokes. And when you feel uncomfortable about it, rebuke them, correct them. Don't do that. Stop. All right? Or there may be instances that they will send you a text message, or they will send you an email, or maybe they will just give you names, catcalling. You really have to be more careful. And if you think that you need help, don't hesitate to call the attention of your teacher. Don't hesitate to call the attention of our guidance and counseling center. Or even anyone who is in authority in school or in your family, or you think that you have an elder friend who can help you, please do tell them. All right? Next is bullying. It says here it is the use of force, threat, coercion to abuse, intimidate, or aggressively dominate others. So bullies usually insult others. Maybe they make fun of the physical imperfection of the victim. Sometimes they hurt the victim without any reason. And what's bad about this is that it really hurts the victim, not just physically, not just emotionally. The most affected part of all is the mental being of that person. And bullying results to anger, results to a low self-esteem, worst depression and suicide. So please don't be a bully. And if you are a victim of bullying, please do not hesitate to report this kind of behavior to any authorities in school or maybe in your family, in your discuss this with your parents. And I think TIP is very particular with this one, and TIP condemn this kind of behavior. Next, money matters. Unauthorized collection of money. So this is very rampant in school, so be careful. Many of your peers maybe, or some teachers, hopefully not, okay, that will invite you to some opportunity and then they will ask for money from you. Please be careful. And if you feel uncomfortable and if you think that it is not proper, please report this kind of misbehavior so that we may take an action and resolve this kind of issue. All right, and of course we want to protect you from this kind of misbehaviors. Okay, we are going to talk about the activity which you will find in the workbook. In the activity, try to identify the values that are missing nowadays and let me know your thoughts. Why is it missing nowadays? Okay, you can share your opinions, you can share your insight, and we would love to know about them. In summary, you have to submit the following through the SDP workbook. So there is only one workbook, but the learning activities of SDP 1, 2, and 3 are already um, included in that workbook. So please answer and complete the workbook because it is graded and it is part of the requirement in the completion of SDP program and NSTP program. Okay, so thank you so much for watching, guys. Okay, so Marley.
Thank you very much, Miss Crystal. So I hope you have learned a lot from this session from SCP Module 1 to Module 3. So again, what we have discussed are self-awareness module, goal setting module, and our values development module. So I hope all of those will be part of your realizations and part of your career preparation. So see you on your the next training with us with the SDP4, developing the winner's mindset towards the end of your stay in DIP in your terminal years as you have your OJT in the future. But then we invite you, of course, from some career webinars that we will be having in the TIP Virtual Career Center. So I hope you will do like the TIP Virtual Career Center Facebook page for more information and updates. So that's it, guys. Thank you, everyone. Good luck with your school year right now. And this is TIP Career Center Reimagine.